Hey y'all, it's your girl Tasha, aka Mama Jim, aka Jim the Butterfly, and I am here with another Twin Flame Divine Partnership reading. Like I told you guys, I'm only going to do these when I feel led to do them, and I'm feeling led. It's one of those times. So here we go. For those who are just joining me, thank you for coming over and visiting my channel. Thank you for those who have been liking and sharing and subscribing to the videos. Also, to those who have been following me for a little bit over a year now, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for hanging in there with me. If you would like a personal reading from me, my information is down in the description box. Okay, guys. So let's see what's going on with the divine feminine and the divine masculine. All right, let's see. Let's see. And I'm using the Psychic Tarot for the Heart by John Holland. Okay, this is a pretty common, familiar deck. So let's see. He wants to tell her this. Okay. He's facing right now. She's facing. I feel like that is advice. And challenges a couple here. Okay, guys, hold on. Let me see if you guys can see a little bit better. Hold on. Let's see if we can reposition the camera. I want you guys to be able to see the cards. I don't know. I may just have to tell you the cards. Okay. All right, so let's see what's going on with the divine masculine and feminine. And this doesn't have a time frame on it, guys. This is just something random. Okay. Oh, all right. There is some movement here I can see within the divine feminine. Let's see. Let's move this stuff over. Challenges. Wow. Wow. Okay. So, I mean, what I feel, okay, just starting off as a whole, this union as a whole, this relationship, it feels to me as if it's moving. I feel as if the divine feminine is moving more at a quicker rate or no, I'm gonna say ascending. Her level of ascension is moving at a quicker rate. Hold on, guys. I want you guys to be able to see these cards because it really is a beautiful set of cards that you have. So I feel like the divine masculine is lagging behind still, but he is at a point now where I feel like he's ready, or something doesn't feel right to him. Okay, I feel like with the divine masculine, he has been living within a period within himself that I feel like he feels like he's been deceiving himself in a sense, and now all of his deceptions um, are coming. They're staring him in his face. Okay, so he's having to look at it, and I'm telling you, I don't feel like he likes what he sees. So let's just look at some of these cards. All right, so starting off with how the divine masculine feels, or yeah, how does he feel towards the divine feminine? I have the seek the truth card. So, you know, I feel like with him, his interest, she has always piqued his interest, but I feel like as much as it interests him, it scared him too, because this woman, and again, I'm saying male and female, but it's not really gender specific, but I feel like the divine masculine, she, upon him first meeting her or seeing her, he was definitely enthralled by her. Okay, she has like this magnetic, there's a magnetic attraction that he just feels like he can't help but be pulled towards her, right? Because she comes off as such a, um I feel, deep, and she feels very studious to him. She feels very intellectual. She feels like she has a lot of wisdom, of which she does. And so it pulled him in, but yet at the same time, this enigmatic energy that she possesses scared the purity shit out of him. Okay, so I feel like for a while, especially for those who are not in union with their their twin flame, this definitely caused that started that runner phase, because it scared the shit out of him, because I feel like she is definitely the epitome of all of what he could ever imagine for a mate. But it meant to him that he would have to level up. And once that realization came into play, like, she's not the typical woman, you're going to have to rise to her level. She's not going to dumb herself down to be with you. And not to say that he's below her, but I feel like she just had a level of understanding, or a level of consciousness that he was not ready, he wasn't ready to ascend to. Okay, so where he is right now to seek the truth, I feel like it, that level of mystery that she has only invited him deeper into her. I feel like he may be, and I'm just gonna tell y'all, this is like the Seven of Swords card. I kind of feel like he may be spying on you in some type of way, like especially if you guys do not talk on you don't communicate, you don't email, you don't phone each other. I feel like he's looking her up. I feel like so somebody is looking someone up, um, on the internet, or if you guys happen to know some of the same people, they're kind of asking questions right now. I feel like he's really trying to study you. Now, in the traditional tarot deck, this card is very similar to the Seven of Swords. That card can talk about deception, but I don't feel like it's about deception. It's also about strategy, gathering information. It's about making things work within your favor, or manipulating things. But I feel like with him, he's not exactly ready to confront her, because again, she is his mirror. In him confronting her, he must first confront himself. But I feel like he is researching. I feel like first, and if it's not about her, it's about the relationship, or the connection that the pull that he feels towards her. Okay, this is something about this is he feels very mental. He feels like he's definitely in his headspace right now. He's trying to make sense of whatever this is, and he's just enthralled. Again, he's enthralled by her. Um, it's crazy. I hear she gets his neurons pumping. So, take that as you may, but there's a definite need for mental stimulation right now. And I feel like what's stimulating him is to understand, the need to understand her. Okay. Um, and I also feel like with him too, looking at this card, is that he's wishing that she would try to open him up too. Cause see how she's, this woman here is connected to his mind, is the two sides of his mind, and she's trying to open up. I feel like in some cases that he wishes that she would do the same thing for him. um Maybe he wants her to approach him or question him, but it feels like there's a need to get to the bottom of something here, hence the name of the card, Seek the Truth. Okay, so I just feel like he's trying to find out everything he can about her. He is so interested in this woman. He cannot get her off his mind. He cannot. Okay. um Now, what's challenging him right now, again, like I touched on earlier, is with the confront card. This is the judgment card. He is facing a major transformation because, again, whether he is in a relationship right now or he is not, or if he's in a marriage, whatever, she is on his mind. Okay. And I feel like with him, he definitely thought maybe that as time went on within this relationship, or as he moved on within his single life, that he would be able to, I'm not gonna say forget her, but at least make peace with the fact that things did not work out, or he would be able to move on. But I don't feel like he's ever been able to move on. And again, seeking the truth with her, like I keep feeling like he's trying to study her, or like she's a lab specimen or whatever. In him trying to learn about her, it's actually making him learn more about himself. And I feel like he's really reflecting on childhood issues right now. He's looking at, and these present as a challenge for him because these were things that I feel like he put to the side and felt as if, um, he could move past these issues, like he could just lay them to rest and he wouldn't have to deal with them. But again, meeting her, all of these repressed issues, could be issues of abandonment, it could be issues of rejection, it could be issues of low self-worth, issues of abuse, whatever it is. Because I keep looking like, he's looking at a child. I feel like he's looking at his inner child, his inner self, that young person. Okay. That he feels like he's it's like he feels like he's still a little boy on the inside. I think for some of them, that meeting her made them realize they're not as conscious or mature, or they didn't handle something in the way that they thought they did. Like they thought that they were at a level that they really are not at. Okay, so now they're at a point now that they're checking themselves. Okay, this is that part. This is the number 19. Well, the number 18 equals up to the number 9. There is an ending coming here with the divine masculine. Okay, because I feel like whatever relationships he has had in the past, he was not made to level himself up. Okay, um, he was accepted as he was, but there was there was no movement. It was still some stagnation here, and I felt like he went with what was comfortable for him, and that was okay at that time. But now that, again, he's waking up, and he's waking up at a rapid speed, it's not comfortable for him anymore to stay in this level of stagnation or complacency, whether he's in he's in a relationship or not. And so, in order for him to try to manifest this love that he has always wanted, he's realizing that he's going to have to go back to deal with these issues of the past. And I feel like it's what he saw as a child. Okay, like I said, trauma, abuse, what things that were said to him. This is a major arcana card, so I feel like this is something deeply spiritual on an individual level for him. And he based his, I feel like he's seeing the era of his ways right now, and seeing how he based his template of relationships, or his template of love, um on seeing faulty relationships, or seeing 3D relationships. There was something that he did not get the full, something he didn't get a full illumination of. Look at the moon in the back. It's an eclipse moon, so something that was still hidden. So again, some of them, I'm gonna tell you, I feel like they may be actually ready to seek counsel. And that may be something that they have never done in their lives, but now they're seeing that, you know what, maybe I should um, do that. Okay. Because they notice, I'm sorry, guys, notice, you know, I also feel like with them too, they're having dreams. Maybe some of them have been having the same recurring dream that they may have had as a child. Um, but I definitely feel like their dreams are being heightened, and it's or they're not heightened, but well, maybe their dreams are coming. They have more of a meaning to them now. They're more vivid, and they're deep. I feel like these dreams may seem very cryptic to them, but at the same time they know exactly what they mean. I hope you guys can follow me with that. So he's trying to make sense of that. I feel like definitely dream interpretations, and I feel like for him too, there's a lot of research going on. It's because it's making him feel so uncomfortable. It almost feels as if he doesn't feel comfortable within his own body. Okay, see him standing here in the grass. This is him wanting to grow. Grass to me is symbolic of growth or fertility, because you know the grass will continue to grow as thick and as high as you want it to grow, and until you decide to cut it, or you know the fall or whatever comes along, and you know sometimes it kind of deadens a little bit. But he's needing to be grounded. That's what I'm really getting. He's needing to be grounded. And him in the past, with all of these emotional issues, this could be family issues, generational issues, um karmic issues, all of these things. There was no fertile ground back here. You see how this land back here looks very barren and dry. There was no room for growth. I don't feel like he just some one of these, not one. Some of these divine masculines had a very narcissistic, overbearing mother. This woman did not, and it's not going to be for everybody. But I'm picking up on one that mother. He just never felt like he could amount to anything. Mm, sad, but he's ready now. You know, I feel like he's kind of made himself into be what other people wanted him to be, and his physical body grew, but his emotional body, his energetic body, his spiritual body kind of lagged behind. So for a lot of them, they're appearing as very big, burly, could be big men, whatever size, but they're appearing as a grown, mature man, but they are really on the inside. They're still dealing with some deep childhood issues. Okay. I feel like there was some issues of neglect for some of these ones that I'm picking up on. Okay. And for some of them, or maybe they were not treated right, or maybe they saw relationships that they were not around positive relationships, so they've kind of shaped their mind around what relationships are, and with that formulation of what they think relationships are, they've kind of shielded themselves, so they never really allowed themselves to open up to anyone at this point until they met the divine feminine. So now you meet somebody that makes you think, you know what, everything that I always thought about love is false, and I want to give it a try with this person, but I'm scared because what if it doesn't work out that way? What if I'm just wrong? Okay. And for some of them, they've been told that they were a failure and they were not going to amount to anything, or they just, they grew up in a lot of poverty and they just feel like they don't deserve it. And so if this was to fail, it just reiterates all of those things that they said that was told to them in the past. Okay. Um, so that's a challenge for him right now. It's to face it. It can't be locked away in this portal of your mind anymore. It's coming out. Okay. This crescent moon is going to grow. It's going to continue to grow. There's an illumination coming. And I feel like, again, with the challenge, he's been trying to repress it, but it's getting to the point where he can't any longer. And he knows that he's going to have to do something with it. All right. Moving on to what he wants to tell the divine feminine. Baby, I think about you. all day, every day. She could be even coming to him in his dreams. You know what I'm saying? She may be the star person in his dreams. Like this is like the Seven of Cups. She is always in his mind. He fantasizes about this relationship. And it's not about it's not even a I'm not even picking up sexual energy. I feel like for some of them, they are just fantasizing how it would be to be able to come home to the divine feminine every day, or how it would be to just have a conversation with you, or just to be in your physical presence. Okay, because I feel like for some of them, they are definitely understanding that regardless of the fact that you guys are in separation, you are still together. They're definitely sending you, or they're picking up on telepathic messages that you're sending. They're feeling it, but I feel like for some of them, they really want to be there, with you in the physical. But until that happens, or until they can become more comfortable with themselves, they are definitely daydreaming. They are definitely fantasizing. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say, and this is what they want to tell you. They want to tell you all the dreams that they have about you. They want to tell you this is, it feels very um romantic. I feel like for some of them, you come to them in meditation, they see you in their mind's eye. Hmm. Look at there. Even I feel like this is an 11 here. Uh-oh. See that? I feel like that's what they thinking about you puts them in a happy place. Now the thing is with this card is that they have so many things to tell you. I feel like they may have a hard time deciphering which thing is of most importance. That they would want if they had the opportunity to speak to you. That may be an issue too. But they also realize as well is that, is as nice as it feels, as warm and welcoming as it feels to be in this feels like an alternate state of consciousness when they think about you. The need to be with you in the physical is much more. Um, And again, the card that would come after that is the Eight of Cups, which in this deck is the moving on card. So ultimately, again, he's okay with being in this space right now, but he knows that he's going to have to do something. Um, he has options, he has choices, but he knows ultimately he's going to have to pick something. Okay, pick a direction to move in. All right, so that's what he's saying. I feel like that's what he would want to say to you, that you are definitely on his mind all the time, and he knows that he needs to get his shit together. Ultimately is what he's realizing. I feel like for a while, he may not felt like he necessarily needed to do that, and it's not just because of him wanting to be with her, but it's also about him just wanting to be a more balanced person all around, because he knows that a more balanced him would actually attract a better life, a more balanced life, more balanced people to who come into his life, who he would attract. So he's understanding that right now. Okay, where you are the divine feminine, how you feel about him, you have the embrace card. This is the world card. Okay, um when I see this card, y'all, I just felt like a big relief, a big sigh, like, okay, we made it. All right. You have graduated. All right. You have you have reached a level of understanding. Going back to the previous reading that I did for you guys, I believe it was right before the new year. Um, I said something about, you're okay with being in separation. You're realizing that you have to go ahead and do your own work, and I see that here. Um, you have really surrendered. I feel like the graduation was you learning how to surrender. Okay. And with your surrender, this is what actually is helping him to move forward, because I do feel like he detects a shift in the energy between you and him. And you are now at a point where a lot of the divine feminines are sharing their experiences with other people and helping other people, okay, along their journey. You can talk about it now. I feel like you're at a point now where you can actually talk about, especially if you guys are in a separation period, or have been going back and forth with this running and this chasing all the time. You're at a point where you can help other people make sense of what's going on in your relationship or in their relationship. I feel like you have nothing, how you feel about him, you have nothing but love for the divine masculine. Okay. I feel like for you, you definitely know that you feel that he's going through a shift. I feel like some of you are sending him love. If you're not, you're going to start um, sending him love. Y'all, side note, y'all see me? I ain't even matching, honey. I got on black and green and blue and white. I'm up here looking like a lookalike. I don't care. But anyway, I just did notice that on the camera. Anyway, he's still your world. You know what I'm saying? I feel like even though he's still your world, and if you're in separation, it's not working. If you are together, like this is a wonderful time for you right now. He is everything to you. Whether you guys are together or not, he is still everything to you. And you, regardless, there is no bitterness, there's no resentment. It's just it is what it is. And there's a level of comfort in you being able to say that you're not worrying about when is he going to come about around, when are we going to be together, am I going to hear from him. You're not worried about that right now. Especially for those who have reached this level, even if you're listening to this video, it just is to reaffirm what you already know. I feel like for some of you, you definitely you've been sensing this with him right now, that there's some turmoil going on within him. So it's just like intuitively you're just naturally sending him love. You have open arms, okay? Because you know what it's like, see that lotus in the back? You have been in the mud. He's in the mud right now. He's trying to emerge above the water, but he's been in that mud. He's in that mud, and you've been in that mud. So you're ready to open. You're ready to, you're just waiting on the day for him to get there. You feel like you've come. You feeling proud of yourself, and you're feeling proud of him too. So if you are talking to him, I feel like for some of you, you are um, giving compliments to him. You are, we know words have energy. Words are energy, not have energy, but words are energy. So I feel like when you do converse with him, you are breathing life back into him through your words, okay? How you communicate with him. Um, you're trying to show him how bright he shines. Because I feel like for some of them, they're feeling like they don't have much light. Or if they do have some light, their light is dimly lit. Okay? So I feel like, again, you're at the point now where you can just tell him, you are amazing. And granted, he may not want to receive that, or he may receive it and have some doubts about it. But it's like you don't care. Okay, you're gonna say it to him anyway, because you know that he needs to hear it. You know that you're gonna tell him that you appreciate him. You're gonna tell him how wonderful he is. Um, this thing is deeply rooted in love. Look at the very core of the earth. I'm just getting so many messages. You just opening up your arms to him. There is a creation coming again. You know, you ready to see him, and you realize that holding on to blame, holding on to resentment, holding on to hurt feelings, replaying scenarios where he may have said something to hurt your feelings, or you may have said something to hurt his, is not going to make the situation any better. You realize that, you know? So it's like, let me breathe life into this man as you continue to breathe life into yourself. Because again, this is a relationship where you guys mirror each other. So as you continue on in your journey, breathing life into yourself, loving yourself, you go, girl. As you do this, you are helping him to rise up from out of this mud, out of the water even quicker. Okay, because he feels it. All right. So keep doing that. Your challenge right now is Divine Feminines take the lead. This is the Three of Wands. Um, I feel is essentially what it's saying. You know, I feel like even though you are okay with where you guys are, you still there's a part of you that wants to leave him be. Like, as much as he wants to see you in the physical and be around you in the physical, I feel like and you do want to be around him too. I feel like for some of you, it's hard for you to maintain that momentum to want to lead in this relationship. Some of you have really struggled with that. Okay, so this may be your new challenge. And here it is, another three here. It's like, again, with the word card, that means you finished up a lesson here. This is some type of, I feel like, karmic lesson, or yeah, karmic lesson. As soon as you finish that up, okay, the creator, the universe is like, all right, here you go, here's another lesson, let's try to work on this. All right. So I feel like as you're wrapping something up, something else is being presented to you. And what the challenge is now for you is to continue leading, because I feel like you're tired. Okay. I feel like, and this is a card about having optimism and looking forward to looking forward to plans coming together. And I feel like there's it is about momentum, but it's also about having that drive to, I guess, be enthusiastic about leading within this relationship. Because again, that's something that you're struggling with, as far as having to set the tone, or having to set the rate, having to set the example. Because I feel like for some of you, and then maybe that could be something that you both are, you know, as a mirror, what you're both struggling with right now. Whereas he's looking at issues of the past and how they kind of impeded him or impeded his process. I feel like maybe for you, that may have been an issue for you. Like, maybe you were used to seeing, or maybe you were taught that men are supposed to lead within the relationship, and you find yourself having to lead within this relationship, and that can present a conflict for you. You know what I mean? Because it's coming up as a challenge. It's for you to keep moving forward, and you to lead the way. um and that may be an issue. Let me get another card on that. Look at there. Teach, the Hierophant. Okay. Again, you can't be any better than that. This is about you leading. You know, he's this woman, and how about that? It's a woman who's doing the teaching. She's teaching children. What did I say? He's coming off as a child right now. You're having to do this. And, you know, I feel like for some of you, again, it's a struggle because you feel as if you need to be taught. Well, you know what? For those who are struggling with this, and even if this is, you know, you are in you're in your relationship, you know, you're in union, or you're in separation, there's always going to be learning. Okay. And I feel like for some of you, it feels. I lost my thought. Hold on, y'all. Oh yeah. What you have to realize is I keep seeing the Lovers card. And for those who are familiar in the traditional tarot deck, you have a man and a woman at the bottom. You have the angel. I think that's Archangel Gabriel, I believe, or Raphael. One of them. I think it's Gabriel. At the top, and the man is focused on the woman, but the woman is focused on this angel at the top. And the card is about choices. Now, granted, I don't have the Lovers card here, but when I see these two cards together, that's what I think about. And I feel like, where he's focusing so much on her, she's getting her guidance from above. She's getting her guidance from her higher self. Okay. She's getting her guidance from her spirit guide. She's getting her guidance from her ascended masters, her angels, whoever she's getting it from. Okay. Because that's what the Hierophant talks about. That this is a person who represents like a pope or someone that is a high spiritual official. Okay. So she has to come into the understanding that this is her role. Okay. And even though that this is her role, this does not make him less than, because she has been sent to teach him. Okay. It just feels like there's an adjustment going on for her. So she will continue to, I feel like that's going to be a struggle for her. And look at the steps. These represent to me again like the levels of ascension. Okay. And you see how it goes up higher and higher, the light gets brighter and brighter. So this is just her being comfortable within her own feminine energy. The divine feminine women are the first teachers that a child has. Okay. And essentially she's getting used to being in that teacher role. She's getting used to her, there's a level of responsibility, and maybe that might be what her issue is, because there's a level of responsibility here that she's kind of struggling with that. But I do feel as if she's going to be okay with that, because what we have here is what she wants to tell him, is what she wants to say to him with the trust card. I feel like this is her letting go, and this is her being open to her, becoming open to her role. Okay. I feel like for her, again, with this embrace card, some of you just want to just get them and just hug them and just hold them and just put them. This is the card of the three, like the mother. Okay. There's a definite feminine energy here all around on your side, divine feminine. It's like you want to get him and you just want to hug him and you just want to hold him. You just want to tell him, baby, it's going to be all right. But you understand with, patterns of codependency, you can't do it too much, because he has to learn that he's whole within himself. But that's what you want to do, but it would be counterproductive to do so. But you have to do it in a way that he would be receptive to it and he will act upon it on his own. Okay. I feel like for some of you, you just want to tell them, let go. Come on, let's just start over. Let some of those things that have been burdening you, overwhelming you, troubling you from your past, let it go. Release yourself of this pain. Okay. Allow yourself to be free. You are worth. I keep hearing you are, and then there's a space, do over. So, you are worth a do over. You are, I don't know. You guys may have to fill in that blank. Maybe it's not for me to give you, but it just saying that maybe you deserve a do over. You are deserving of a do over. It gives me that type of energy that she just wants to let him know, like, yo, you don't have to go through you don't have to hold on to all that weighs you down. Allow yourself to be free. I did it. I let it go. Okay. Because like I said, you just completed a surrender, a phase of surrender, or you will be very soon. And she's going to be, maybe she's telling him how free she is about, how free she is, since she has decided to surrender and let go and just allow whatever will be. Okay. And again, with her telling him that, that will start to release him, because like I told you, he's kind of in a state right now where he's just in a daydreaming and fantasizing, but he's not really moving. She's telling him it's time to move. The fool is an action card. Okay, this is, again, there's a start of a new journey here. She just completed hers. So again, I feel like for her, she may be sending him messages or just telling him outright, like, baby, it's time to start over. So, as any challenges right now with the Nine of Cups, where am I? Oh wow, 40 minutes. With the challenges right now with the Nine of Cups, and this is as a couple, the challenge is, it says dreams coming true. Again, it's kind of hard for the both of you to, I guess, visualize that this thing will manifest in the manner that you would want it to. Um, Even though you feel so positive about it, even it has a definite etheric, um, it feels very etheric right now. It doesn't feel very earthly. It doesn't feel very there's not a level of groundedness. I feel like there's a lot of communication in 5D right now. Even for those who are in a relationship, you may be having some little, little tiffs or something like that. I feel like sometimes it just feels like you have little pieces of doubt. Am I doing all this work in vain? Will this ever come true? Will this ever come to fruition? Now, and what I would say is, granted, congratulations again to the divine feminine. You have surrendered. Um, and congratulations to the divine masculine. You're now, you're moving in a place where you're now ready to act. I feel like there's small regresses. You still struggle with wanting this relationship for both people. You still struggle with wanting this relationship in 3D. You want to be able to hold this person um, every night. You want to be able to see this person every day. Although you have the understanding that you can talk to this person anytime you want to. It doesn't matter if you have somebody or they have somebody or they're on the other side of the planet, or you know what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if they're even on this side of the veil. They're on this earthly realm or they have crossed over. You realize that you still can talk to them. Okay, you still are connected with them, but sometimes you really want to be with them physically. And I feel like that may be for some of you, that may be a dream for you, that you can be with them physically, because I feel like that's your wish. Like maybe they passed away and you wish that you could hold them again. Um, or maybe you guys, you're doing this runner chaser thing again, and again, you wish that you can talk to them or be in their presence. Let me get another card. Well, you have the third eye chakra. So again, it's you trusting your intuition that you are allowing yourself to be moved in the right direction. Okay. Now, what I love as the advice card, you have the blossom card. This is like the sun. I think that's the sun. Yeah, it's the sun. Um, and this is advice for the both of you, is to allow yourself to grow during this time. Um, Again, I feel like the divine feminine is leading the way with that, as she allows herself to continue to live in her truth and to continue to um, display acts and thoughts of self-love, and how she is continuing to build herself up, thus reflecting that energy towards the divine masculine, encouraging him to continue on his path. I feel like things are going to really turn around for the both of you, because there's an illumination. here. There's a realization here. You're now ready to continue. You're ready, or you're more comfortable with living in your own truth. Okay. I feel like the masculine is definitely getting the understanding that he's going to have to move in that direction. I feel like the divine feminine is already on that path. But it's just she's going to continue to flourish. Um, Look at the leaves here. There's a lot of growth here. There's a lot of groundedness. There's a lot of assurance of who you are. There's a lot of fiery energy here too. So I feel like I don't like to give timing, but I do feel as if as the temperature starts to warm up, the both of you are going to see very huge, not huge, drastic changes within each other that you will be able to witness or feel. Some of you are really I'm sorry guys, I'm just kind of just looking. Some of you are really able to I just see, especially the feminines. I don't know what you're going to be doing, but you will be almost, I don't want to say a guru. That's not the word I want to use. But you're coming off as maybe some of you are just at a level of enlightenment or something. I don't know, but I feel like people are going to be coming to you, specifically divine feminines, for advice. Or, and I mentioned that earlier, but I don't know. Maybe I just keep feeling like whatever she's doing, she's kind of starting off the projects that you guys will be working on later in the relationship. If if both people are willing to do the work, I kind of see that. I feel like she's going to be owning something. And it's like all of this truth that she has. You see here all of this truth that she has with this ball of like desire and I feel passion too. She has a lot of power here. This is solar energy. Solar energy is very, very powerful. You can't, you can't hide from the sun. Essentially, she has this energy that is um, spiraling out, but then it moves to a place of where it can allow something else to grow. This is that earth, that grounding energy that I was talking about earlier. It almost feels like alchemy in a sense. She's going to be able to transmute the energy. It's like the energy of this relationship is transmuting right now. It's in a period of transmutation. It is going to become something more physical, okay, more grounded. um there's a level of creation here. There's like the Fibonacci, the Fibonacci, the drawing. That's what I keep seeing. So wow, that's beautiful. I do feel like you guys are definitely moving closer to each other. Number 22, duality, balance, partnerships. There's going to be some reunions coming up. Okay, it's not gonna be for everybody. I don't want you saying you tell me. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for those. I feel like for those who this definitely resonates with. I feel like something under the summertime, maybe when it starts getting spring, when the true new year starts, maybe this maybe around the equinox, the spring equinox, going into the summer equinox, that the energy of this relationship is going to change. Okay, and I would love to hear about this when this starts happening. You guys are going to have to comment below, or send me an email, because I would love to hear when this starts to take place. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a little long. I didn't intend to do it this long, but sometimes I'm a little long-winded. But anyway, I just want you guys to be able to get the gist of what I'm saying. So thank you so much. for joining me. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Good luck on your journey, and I will see you again. Bye.